I'm live. You ain't got in there? I'm live. You gonna be in there? Huh? I'm live, alright, so I'm be in the room. Salute, salute. Thanks to everybody tuning in the Kross TV network. Y'all already know that's Kross with a K. What's poppin'? How y'all doing? Everything healthy? Wait for a couple more people in before we talk about what we gonna talk about, you know what I mean? Happy Easter, rebirth, that's the rebirth. Yeah, absolutely. You already know, man. Happy Easter to all y'all family. Jay Collins, you already know. Salute. Everybody's out. Everybody's out for jobs. My job was the first ones to stop. Word. So I've been going through it like everybody else. But definitely thanks for everybody for tuning in to Kross TV Network. I already know that's Kross with a K. I know my slogan. More or less, I always appreciate everybody from looking at, from tuning in. Yeah, that's a whole fact. I've been definitely blazing, you know what I'm saying? Definitely doing what it was doing, doing what's necessary just to cope with today's time and everything that's been going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my house, you know what I'm saying? I'm being very responsible, so that's all good, you know what I mean? Yeah, what's good, January, how you doing? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Remember I was telling everybody that people ask me about, won't you do a book club? Because everybody's asking me, what type of books you read, because Kross, I fuck with you. The long, yeah, that's right, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, more or less, man, people been asking me like, what type of books you read and everything like that, because they be intrigued by some of the things I say or my perceptions or my concepts in life. You know what I mean? Um, so what's the first way to start doing this? By dealing with mine. You know, um, Seed is everything, man. First and foremost, man, everybody that's on this planet, regardless of your nature, good or evil, you know what I'm saying? Angelic or wicked, you know what I'm saying? All y'all special, man, because not to be funny and all that, man, but when y'all parents had sex and when your father ejaculated, man, you know what I'm saying? Them sperm cells, just it's millions of sperm cells trying to fertilize that egg. You was the one that fertilized that egg out of millions, man. So you being birthed on this planet, man, you special in your own right. You know what I'm saying? Um, Nevertheless, man, I want to talk about as a man thinketh, right? We being the shapers and the molders of our own circumstances, right? What I mean by that is this, or what they mean by that is this. You know, um, in life, things that we value, things that we value in life, you know what I'm saying? Determines our outcomes and things and how we view things in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I read a lot of psychological books, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things about it is like this, right? When you a kid, a lot of us when we was growing up, some people don't want to admit it or not, but they wanted to be firemen. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be, police officers. You know what I'm saying? You know, they wanted to be these things. But as they started going to school and meeting different peoples in their neighborhood and getting influenced by their peers, because your parents raised you to a certain extent. Your parents raised you to a certain extent. A lot of your other influence come by when you go into school and when you start meeting people in the neighborhood or people in your building. That's how kids get to meet people, meet each other in the neighborhood through school and everything like that. And those people be the influences. Now you have some people that a lot of people say, yo, you know what I'm saying, I'm a product of my environment. So because I come from a murder capital, or because I come from here, because I come from here, this is why, I'm supposed to do, or I'm supposed to move this way, or I'm supposed to move that way. But when you look at it statistically and everything, when you look at the facts, the majority of the people, even in these poverty places, the majority of people as a whole are working people. You know what I'm saying? So it's your choice on what you do in life. A lot of times we could say, well, I'm all right, my perfect example, we talking about experience. How many of us been backstabbed? How many of us has been backstabbed in life? You know what I'm saying? And think about it. How many of you been backstabbed? You've been backstabbed before, right? And you learn from them experiences. You learn from the experiences, you move on. You learn not to be backstabbed no more, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. Everything in life has a cause and effect to it. It has a good or it has a bad. You know, um, for example, your character. Remember that saying? It's a saying that goes, watch your thoughts. Your thoughts could become words. Watch your words. Your words could become actions. Watch your actions. Your actions become your character. Watch your character. Your character become your destiny. You know what I'm saying? The things that we think about and the things that we allow to create space in our minds, you know what I'm saying? We begin to speak about them. It now is becoming a consumers. So now we got to speak about these things. You know what I'm saying? And then certain things that we speak about could have a negative or positive consequence. Now, if your mind is telling you, well, I'm on go time, this motherfucker did this, that, and the other, whatever, whatever, you're gonna act as such. But in your mind, you say, you know what, man? I'm on this path. You know what I'm saying? This individual ain't even on my level, so I'm not even going to entertain this individual on no type of aspect or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to look at it from a different perspective. You understand what I'm saying? So your thoughts could become words. That's how your words could become actions. Now, when you doing things over and over and over and over and over again, and you constantly every time you constantly deal with certain things a certain way, it becomes second nature. Right or wrong. Sometimes we do things, sometimes like alpha males, for example, I'm speaking to the alpha males. The alpha males, how many times, you know what I'm saying, our spouses might say, well, or our girlfriends, whatever, might be like, yo, man, you went overboard, some wasn't even trying to holler at me, or I got male friends, or whatever the case may be. It's just because of who you are, you know, um, you presented yourself with a certain way, or you demanded some type of explanation or like that. It's not nothing that you trying to do inconveniently. It ain't that you trying to start nothing or whatever the case may be. You just trying to figure out facts and all that, and you just go about the way how you going about it. But it becomes second nature where you just do it off impulse and not even realizing you do it because that's who you are. But you don't mean no harm by it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what they mean by when they say, you know, um, your action can become your character, because anything you do constantly that's a habit and becomes second nature is your character. You know how they say about dealing with energy, whatever you give off in the world is what you feed back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they call it toxic masculinity, but because it's a different, because men at the same time, we don't have to be crazy tough. We don't have to be all that. You know what I'm saying? A man is a gentleman. A man has boundaries. A man has a foundation. A man stand for something. You know what I'm saying? He won't fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? The reason why me personally, I move the way I move is based upon my experiences. I identified what's poisonous to me. And let me tell you a story, right? Let's say a bunny was born. in the jungle somewhere. A bunny was born in the forest or something like that, right? A baby bunny was born. His mother or father, whatever, abandons it, is by itself. And a wolf comes up, right? A wolf might befriend the rabbit, right? Let's say, for example, the wolf might, befriend the rabbit. And, the rabbit would cling on to it and, what I'm saying, treat it like whatever its own, whatever the case may be, because it has no self-identity of who it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say, for example, the wolf get hungry. And regardless of how much time they smuggled up together and became closer, whatever the case may be, whatever, the wolf eats it. Does that make the wolf bad? Morally, from a human perspective, those that is not in tune with nature is going to be like, yo, the wolf is a bad individual, that's fucked up, whatever the case may be. Yo, they snaked them, they did this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be, right? But when a person that understands and identifies nature, they know that that's a part of life and that's how things go. That's how nature is. So the nature of a wolf. A wolf is nature is when it gets hungry, it eats it eats rabbits and other things like that. That's its nature. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so if a person don't know who he is, he's never gonna know who his natural enemies are. You understand what I'm saying? You got to overstand and understand and know who you are, what's your principles and what you stand for, and you know what I'm saying? And once you find out and you figure out, that's going to become your foundation. That's the seed. When your foundation is being built, you know what I'm saying? When your foundation is being built, you know what I'm saying? What's the, pardon me. Nice breakdown, big homie. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I got a little distracted for a little second, though, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But, my point being is that, you know, um, the things that we value in life are the things that we are gonna fight for and die for. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to understand what it is that we value and stick to that, and don't let nothing that have no value to us stagnate us. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let nothing like that stagnate us, because this is when we become our own enemies. You know how when Ice Cube back in the days, I love the cover of his magazine of his record company. I mean album cover. I remember, I forgot what it was. I think it was America's Most Wanted or something like that. And he had the gun to his head. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people always play Russian roulette in their life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody played Russian roulette in their life at one part of life or the other. They know they doing things, that's some things that they not supposed to be doing. They know they not supposed to be doing it, but they're doing it anyway. So now if you get knocked for something that you're doing, that's by your own fault. You can't blame nobody else for you getting knocked or whatever the case may be, because whether he told or whatever the case may be, whatever have you, regardless to what, you overstood that by you making that decision and decided to sell drugs, or because you made the decision to pick up a gun, or because you made the decision to do this, that, and the other. All right, you got money, you could have got the females, or the female, you could have got the dudes, or the female could have got the things out of the dudes, or vice versa, or however have you. But the reality is, you get knocked, that's part of your game. That's the lane you chose. This was all created by your own design. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? This is all created by your own design. You created that circumstance. Let's say the situation, let's say the situation where, you know, like with the coronavirus thing, you know what I'm saying? Um, you had individuals that chose to rob during the situation. You know what I'm saying? um you had some type of people like me that went to a whole nother state because my job was shut down because of coronavirus. And even though I might be making way less than what I'm making at the other job, but I identify and recognize that at least I have some type of steady income coming in. And that's important. So if I have to take that loss and make that sacrifice, then that's what it's going to be. That's what it has to be. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to wait and sit here and wait for a government, or you know what I'm saying, nothing to bail me out, not to shoot the government down, because I'm very proud of the fact that we are privileged enough to be getting some type of something right now to help all of us that are out there that's struggling. Because the only ones that's affected by everything that's going on in the economy right now is the ones that's, you know what I'm saying, that's make them, those that's unpoverty, those, you know what I'm saying, those, you know what I'm saying, those that's the minorities, so-called minorities. You know what I'm saying? It's hurting us more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people ain't making a certain type of money. So the rich people, you know what I'm saying, this little epidemic, they, you know what I'm saying, even though they suffering, their businesses might be, losing, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, they ain't got to worry about where their next dollar at. They still flooded. They still good. It's hurting us. You know what I'm saying? When we thinking about, you know what I'm saying, when we thinking about a lot of people like us, you know what I'm saying, we hustle. Some of us may hustle or whatever. However we hustle. Some may deal drugs, but I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people find ways to make a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Once we get that dollar, man, a lot of times, man, depending on how we can convert that into our dreams, invest in our dreams. When we invest in our dreams and stuff like that, man, good luck will happen. You know, um, we can't hustle and risk our lives just to go to the store and buy a pair of jeans and support a person that we don't care about it. Don't care nothing about you. Don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of productive. What did you get out of that? You sacrifice your life and all that for what? Only to go back on there because now you down, minus the money you paid for the jeans that you just wasted your money on. Sometimes we got to make sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, and not look at the short term and stop looking at right now and focus on a bigger picture, man. Make them sacrifices, save up, man, and invest in yourself, man. A lot of y'all is talented and got a lot of things going for y'all, man, but we just fear the unknown. You know what I'm saying? We fear on pushing ourselves because this is things that we're not familiar with, because we're told or we're so used to, the street things, and well, I'm a result to the streets, and you know what I'm saying, we don't know nothing else. Or this, you know what I'm saying, you justifying, well, I'm a product of my environment, this is where I come from, and this is this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't push hard and push your heart and make people believe in your ideas, why would somebody support you? It might be somebody that you could be talking to that might that might want to invest in you. King Jah, yes, sir. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I seen you, King Jah. That's a whole fact. That's what I do by heart and helping them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain something to y'all, man. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the difference between right and righteousness, right? I'm gonna tell y'all the difference between right and righteousness, right? Which is a difference. Let's say we walking down the street, right? We walking down the street, boom, and we see an old lady. She's on the floor, right? She on the floor, right? Okay, boom. We go to her. Yo, how you doing, man? Yo, you okay? Everything's cool? She be like, okay, yeah, I'm cool. Everything's good. Everything's okay. We all right, whatever, 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 whatever. All right, cool. That was the right thing to do, right? Okay, you have a right day, man. You know, I hope everything's good. I hope you get home safe and everything. And we skedaddle and go about our business. We mind our business. We did the right thing, correct? Right or wrong? Salute, right? Hit them likes, right or wrong? Right? I did the right thing, right? So now, let's replay the whole situation. Let's replay the whole situation now, right? We walking in, skedaddling, minding our own business. We see an old lady on the road. How you doing, man? Oh, how you doing? Oh, is everything okay? You know, I'm not okay. This and that and other. Okay, ma'am, you okay? Well, I'm gonna call for your ambulance and make sure everything's okay. Okay. I call the ambulance, whatever. Okay, what's your location? Oh, we at such and such, such and such, such and such, such and such. Or I had to walk down the block because the sign wasn't there. So the lady didn't even probably know she was at. So I walked down the block, find what sign I was at, tell her what was there, and then we didn't leave her. We stayed there with her until we stayed there to her until the ambulance came. So that way we know that she was safe. That's the difference between right and righteousness. See, when, you know what I'm saying, I did the right thing by, making sure, commenting on, checking on her, and then leaving. But when I stood there and ate for her, when I left, I didn't know whether or not she ever was safe. I didn't know what her outcome was. Whether she was still there the next day, or did anybody find her, or nothing like that. But when I did the righteous thing was called the ambulance and then stood there with her until somebody arrived. So that way she needed any type of assistance as means of survival, whatever case may be, we was there to help her and be there for her, to even encourage her, whether it was her to encourage her spiritually, or just to be her to relieve that someone was there. So, to shelter her. She could have been cold, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, we had something to drink and she was thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Or just the fact that she wasn't just by herself. You understand what I'm saying? If it ain't wrong, leave it alone. But as a man thinketh, so how he is. And that applies to females too. We are the shapers and the molders of our circumstances. A lot of the things that we value really ain't nothing. Yo, I'm gonna tell you one of the most official lines that I heard in rap ever, right? Was by Cameron. You know what I'm saying? Cameron said, we came through in whips and chains, this expedition. All we want is whips and chains. That was crazy. And that went over a lot of people's heads. We came over here in whips and chains. Remember, the slaves came over here. I can't say the slaves. The indigenous people of Africa, you know what I'm saying, or Akabulon, when we was brought over here on these ships and everything, they had whips, they was beating us, and we came here chained up and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You came over here chained up and all that. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about whips now, what we say whips are cars, right? And with chains is obviously the same Gucci chain signs is the same signs on the chains that was the same ones that was on the slave chains and everything like that when we was being brought over here. You understand what I'm saying? But how Cameron broke it down, it was crazy. And he said that simple bar and it was so deep. It was like, wow, it was very impacting to me. You know what I'm saying? We came over here on whips and chains. It's expedition. Now all we want is whips and chains. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I always tell y'all, life is about perception on what we value. I'm gonna give you another prime example of what I'm talking about. Let's say I'm going to a club, right? You see what I got on? Nike, a regular Nike hoodie, little Gucci belt, right? I got some Robin pants on, right? Some Jordans on, whatever. Nothing, right? Now, let's say I'm going to a club with somebody that got iced out chains on, couple of rollies on, flashing money, right? And we at the bar, right? You know, honestly, who would a lot of female we want to be attracted, or who would be attracting the most attention? The flashy one that's, you know, doing all of the other extra stuff, right? Correct? But then, you know, you fall into that. A lot of people fall into that. Oh, this person is this, or this person is that, this person is that, right? But you don't even realize that that flashy individual still living with their mother or their brother or somebody else, you know what I'm saying, or live with somebody else, is dependent on somebody else, right? Where maybe the jury might even be fake, maybe, right? But the individual that's not flashy and all that, whatever the case may be, might own a house, some property. He might have a business owner. You know what I'm saying? He might be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? He might have a couple of cars and some other things going on, and just on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. Back in the days, a lot of people in the hood, and a lot of y'all that follow me, is under, majority of y'all is under the age of 35 and 44. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to any other age groups, but from the analytics and what I observe is that y'all the most person that watch me, right? So you know for a fact that a lot of hustlers and people that were selling drugs wore the same clothes 2, 3 days in a row. Stood outside 2, 3 days in a row. Grimy, stanky, musty, whatever you call it. Them niggas out there grinding. But those are the people that was getting the money. Not the flashy people. All right, they investing in the wrong place. They invested in the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you drive your car out the lot, you know what I'm saying, it loses value. It loses value. You know what I'm saying? So why not buy some property and get it fixed up, or invest in, you know what I'm saying, get your credit up where you can get a loan and fix some property up and all that, and have somebody rent it, get a contract with her, you know what I'm saying, something like that, or invest in yourself. All of y'all is brilliant and have a lot of different ideas. Y'all just don't be wanting to push yourself for some reason, because we not familiar with the information or that type of information. So sometimes it might be far-fetched to us, and we don't believe in ourselves. And that's fucked up, because we not even giving ourselves a chance. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you know, word, man, we got to get out that shell. We got to stop limiting it to ourselves of doing negativity, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, we got, yo, man, we put our minds to anything. Whatever you put your mind to, man, you can succeed, man. Invest in yourself, man. It might not happen on the first try. It might not happen on the second try. It might not happen on the 100th try. That don't mean that you stop trying. Because one day, you're going to get it right. It's about what you do once you obtain it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying about, you know, like with the wool and the chew and things like that, man, and people that they find their lane, they get out, but because of their connections and everything like that, it brings them down. And like Pop Smoke and everything, like how he tragically lost, that boy clearly was about to take over the game. Clearly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, you get there to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a tragedy, regardless of what color, nothing like that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all I'm out here banging, I'm doing this, that, and I'm doing that, whatever the case may be, man. I done paid my dues, I done did all that, B. You understand what I'm saying? Again, it's all about how we look at. You might have other people that might be my age or older that might be still running around doing this and doing that and boom, 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 whatever the case may be. And some people just never can stay out here. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Me, the man, not the book. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? That's very valuable who just said that, read the man, not the book. Because you know what? Let me tell you something, right? Let's say, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to anybody that ever did crack or nothing like that by using the terminology crackhead. I'm just using that for a lack of a better term right now. Just because that person indulges in that drug or is at the bottom or messed up, homeless, or whatever that situation is that I can basically see, doesn't mean his word, or if he tell me like, yo, listen, man, watch, watch, watch behind you. There's a pothole right there, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to just degrade his word because of how he looks or because of his current situation. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, don't judge a book by its cover. Oh, I ain't gonna listen to nothing you saying. Look at how you look right now, whatever. That person might be saving your life and telling you the grain on how what made him fall. That he might have been where you was at or been bigger than what you ever would be, and how he fell because he might see something in you and be like, you know what, man? Listen, young bro, or whatever the case may be, man, and such and such, such and such. Don't just shun that person and risk the risk of losing the most valuable game of your life on something with how you could fall, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get distracted about when you're successful and have all the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to realize who your real friends is when they don't need you no more. That's when you're going to know who your real friends is when they don't need you no more. Because then when they are around you and they call you and all that, you know it's genuine. You know it ain't no hidden image, it ain't no hidden agendas behind that. You know what I'm saying? Because they got what you got. They want for you what you want for yourself. They want for them what they want for they want for you what they want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. So think about that perception, man. Think about the things that you value in life, man. The things that we value and the things that we die for. Just value yourself enough to know that the thing that you're willing to die for is meaningful enough and is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, man. Don't do nothing stupid that's gonna get you 100 years and then cry about the system being unfair to you because they gave you 100 years in the prison system. Like a lot of time, we just gotta just think about, you just gotta think about things and how we do and what we involve ourselves in, man. Don't put ourselves in certain situations, man. But we gotta risk and compromise that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just sitting here running my mouth, just telling y'all this, that, and the other. Remember, I just came, I did a 20-year bid for homicide, man. In an attempt, man. I'm talking about experience. You know what I'm saying? Most of my most of my 20s, my 30s, and my early 40s and all that was from in prison, man. Straight. I missed out on the bad boy era. I missed out on the Rockefeller era. You know what I'm saying? I missed out on all that, man. I was in prison in a whole different other reality, man. Mind frame, a whole different other. You know what I'm saying? Young dude. You know what I'm saying? Giving up, doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, man. But listen, man, you know, thank you for the first, man, conclusion of, edition of the book club. I hope y'all appreciate the fact that, I know a lot of y'all was you always ask me, what I'm saying, what books I read, so I definitely wanted to meet y'all expectations, and I hope that y'all like how I broke certain things down and give y'all perception, something to think about, man. Even if it's just one person out of everybody, man, then it was all worth it for me. Cause it ain't about likes and none of that. Them saying all about content and strength. And all about building, man. It ain't about nothing negativity, man. Remember, if it ain't grown, leave it alone. With that, as a man thinketh, man. Y'all think about that, but that apply to females too, man. So how we handle situations, the energy that we give out, how we view life, and when we walking into a situation, is going to determine the outcome. All that's based on our hands. Always remember, and y'all heard the saying 1,000 times before, a wise man could play the role of a fool, but a fool cannot play the role of a wise man. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? A wise man could play a role of a fool, but a fool can't play the role of a wise man, man. So don't let a fool outthink you. Know what I'm saying? You see a table right there. Don't crash into the table. Don't let that table outthink you. Don't let no couch outthink you. Don't let no fool outthink you. Don't let no snake outthink you. Don't let no door outthink you. Don't let no car outthink you. Don't let nothing outthink you. Know what I'm saying? Because you know why? At the end of the day, the first law of survival is self-preservation. And I'm gonna give you this one more jewel before I conclude. I'm gonna give y'all one more jewel, right? Have any of y'all been lifeguards before? Any of y'all been lifeguard before? Yeah, BX all day. You know we different all day. You know how we do. But yo, what you said? Party full wise, man. Big fact. Yeah, that's the whole fact, man. You know, man. But it's levels, man. I lost my train of thought on the last thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I definitely lost my train of thought, and I apologize for that. You know what I mean? But you know, definitely, man. You know, when we see things, when we do better, man, just be responsible for your actions, man. You wrong, man. That even go for even in the household, man. A lot of time we know we wrong, whatever. Just admit it and move on and learn from that. Don't sit there and keep things going on. You know what I'm saying? I know I had another jewel, man, but I lost it, man. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to remember what that jewel was. Self-preservation is one jewel. That's a whole fact. Because at the end of the day, oh yeah, that's a Jew that I was going. That's a Jew. That's a Jew right there. That's a Jew. Thank you, Felice Cortez. That was a Jew right there. Any of y'all was like of a lifeguards before, right? When a lifeguard get trained, whatever. Let's say somebody's drowning, right? In a lake or ocean or something like that. Somebody's drowning, right? The lifeguard jumps in to come in to save you. And let's say once they grab you and everything, the current drives y'all deep into the ocean, or y'all coming closer to shore, but let's say there's a whole bunch of logs around and things to bump into or whatever the case may be. The lifeguard is trained that if it's supposed to come into some type of impact with things like that, that they is to use the person that they are rescuing as that shield, because they must protect themselves to make sure that both of y'all is safely back on shore, because your whole duty is to protect the person that's in there. So even at times where you might have to sacrifice and that person might suffer a little additional harm, whatever have you, just so you're able to get this person back, whatever, you know what I'm saying, then that's what it is. That's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. Let that marinate. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. But I just want to hit y'all with that. But I definitely appreciate y'all. Yo, listen, I'm about to get ready to get my mind right, do some things. Yeah, that's right. No, that's a whole fact. That's right, man. Sometimes you gotta go through things, man. That just like, yo, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. I know I kept telling y'all, yo, I'm gonna give y'all one jewel and that's it. But let me tell y'all something, right? That just like when you traveling on the road, man, right? You traveling on the road in life, you in your car, or you walking down the street, right? And you going to a destination, and that's not your neighborhood or whatever, if it's your neighborhood, you driving your car. Sometimes the road can be going left, sometimes that road can be going right. Sometimes that road can be going up. Sometimes that road be going down. Sometimes that road be having a stop sign to make you stop. You know what I'm saying? That's metaphorically speaking to saying that in life, it has its left, it has its right, it has its ups, it has its down. But the journey in life continues on. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep pushing. You can't accept defeat. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. You can't accept defeat. Defeat is not an option. You got to believe that in yourself. You got to make yourself believe that. You got to train your thoughts to believe that. You understand what I'm saying? Word, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all that been tuning in, man. That appreciate them gems that I've been giving y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, I care about all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I really do, man. I want all of y'all to succeed. You know what I'm saying? I hope those that's, you know what I'm saying, that's doing certain things positively and that matches what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, on here, that we can link up and work together, you know what I'm saying, and make magic work. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate all y'all. Miguel, Medina, Brooklyn, yo, shout it out, man. Police, man. Peace, bro. Word, man. Ray Lauren Rivera, 721. Salute, man. Live from the zone. Salute, salute. Dozer, salute. Hurry up and die, 187, salute. James Kill, salute. Joseph, salute. Joseph Dozer, salute. Red Leon, Rev 721, salute. Yeah, man, know what I'm saying? DJ Silk Brian, salute, man. Felisa Cortez, you already know I love you, sis. You know what I'm saying? You always been supportive from day one. And I never fail y'all, man. But, those are the jewels I want to hit y'all with, man. Y'all wanted to know what type of books I read, man. It's like once I started reading these books, and once Mo Hamilton, salute. SK5, salute. You too, stay healthy. Peace, beloved. Yo, peace, y'all. Once I started gaining all these knowledge and I started applying that into my life, man, I started feeling more connected to the universe, to be honest with y'all. I really did, man. I started seeing things from a different scope. I didn't feel like a horse that had the blinders on that's going to train me to only look, that's what's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to look at the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Always plan ahead. Sometime, you know what I'm saying, we got to sacrifice, man. Sometimes we just got to sacrifice, take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Take care what we got to take care, just to knock that off, just to be able to get back in all that and go. I got a brother that I grew up with in my hood. You know what I'm saying? He living in in Baltimore now. His name is Fish and all that. Every morning since I've been home, every day, no, kid you not, every day, he tells me the book I'm talking about is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. You know what I'm saying? Shammy Young, salute, what's good? You know what I'm saying? He always say to me, grind to shine, grind to shine, earn your keep. You know, because it just feel better. You know, I've been a drug dealer before. I hustled and shrugged drugs before. You know, but when I got a job, as opposed to hustling, when you hustling, you getting fast money, you really don't value the money. You just spend it up on anything because you know you're gonna get it right back, whatever. But when you working and you busting your ass and you waiting for that check and that check come for you, or when you check your phone and you see that direct deposit and that money is in your account, it has a different value. It holds a whole different value. It holds a whole different value. It's a whole different talk. It's a whole different language being spoken. You understand what I'm saying? And you appreciate it differently. It's a different hit. You understand what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying is that, we gotta always continue to create that energy that we need that's around us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna reflect that energy at the same time while we winning. You know what I'm saying? Word, man, invest in yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Invest in yourselves. Stop thinking about the streets. Stop thinking about all the miscellaneous things that hold no value to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some genuine, some generational wealth. Something that when your kid grow up, they ain't got to sit back and worry about, damn, like you did. How I'm gonna get my job? How I'm gonna feed my family? I'm gonna go try to find a job. Yo, fuck it. Yo, I'm gonna have to do this for a little while. I'm gonna have to do that. Nah. What they're gonna do is they're destined that when they grow up, they're gonna take over the businesses that you was running, and you're gonna get fat and move to Miami. That's how that's gonna go, or wherever else you wanna go. They time is up. You know what I'm saying? And keep it going like that, man. That's what's going on, man. These warehouses, yo, there's a lot, yo, man. Listen, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for your time, man. Me and Wifey spread the bread on the bed and check off the bill list and the stack of the rest. Yeah, no doubt, man. Salute to y'all, man. Bro, man, create opportunities for yourself, man. Be around those people. Your Ward Nash, salute. You already know, man. Gemstone, the solid, salute. But yeah, man. Just the two of us, man. You already know. But at the end of the day, man, I just wish y'all nothing but success. I hope that y'all getting through all this stuff that's going on. I know it's chaotic. I know people really don't know what to expect, man. But just staying solid, 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can really tell you on that. Just try to stay informed as best as you can. And don't just rely on what they telling you, man. Do your little researches and, see what's going on, see origins of things. Dig a little deeper than what they be telling you, man. Because everything is done for a reason. Conveniently, every time around election time and certain things like that, stir up. They make, just be mindful, man. Wish y'all nothing but the best. Success to you and your family. Salute. Thanks for everybody tuning in for Kross TV. The first book club. The first time I talked about a book and the values of it, and one of the reasons why it changed my life. It changed my whole different concept of walk and the way I move. I'm gonna give y'all one. Let me say one thing. This is gonna be This is gonna be very, 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 very powerful to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what's my favorite movie. My favorite movie is Usual Suspects, right? Usual Suspects is my favorite movie because Kaiser Sosa was legendary. And there was a lot of mythical stories about this dude. So some people didn't even know whether he existed or not, right? In the movie Unusual Suspects, right? So mind you, it was a dude that was like acting like he was clever and was, you know what I'm saying, sharp and everything, a leader. And it was a dude that was like, had Down syndrome, like he was a cripple, no disrespect, pardon me for, lack of a better term. And you had other people around you, those dudes that was criminals or known criminals in the neighborhood, and they was brought together, whatever. Y'all know the movie or whatever, Casa Sosa, right? Y'all know the movie. And all the time, Casa Sosa, who y'all thought was the weakest person, that was allegedly the cripple, was actually the boss. Wise man can play the role of a fool. Rude fool can't play the role of a wise man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perception, man. All about perception. I gave you a lot of brain food, man. A lot of brain food. A lot of brain food, man. I need y'all to sit back and think about what I said. I appreciate y'all. I tried something new with the book club. The first book I ever talk about on any live and everything like that was As a Man Thinketh, what I just did like that. I conclude that. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Those that came a little later, you know what I'm saying, just look at the live again. I know you'll definitely appreciate what I was dropping and everything. You know, yeah, definitely, man. Yo, live from the 718, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely gonna be looking into a lot of other things too, man. But thanks for tuning in Kross TV Network, man. That's Kross with a K. I love y'all. Stay safe. I wish y'all peace, love, and harmony. Remember, man, invest with yourselves, man. Y'all got a lot of offer, man. Y'all can help us do this thing. Y'all just gotta believe in yourself, man. That one.